Emma from Yellow Brick Roads here, helping you build your confidence whilst I am building my own. So I wanted to come on today and share my backstory of Yellow Brick Roads and how it came about. And the reason for that is I wanted to talk a little bit about goal setting. Hi Anthea, how you doing? I wanted to talk a little bit about goal setting. So the reason I'm doing this is because I believe that we set our goals and our intentions based on where we are at in this moment. So we base it on our current situation. And sometimes I think by doing that, we limit what's achievable, because we're actually thinking in our head what we want. We're actually thinking in our head that what we want to come, we're not capable of yet. So we're basing it on our current situation. And this is the reason I want to share with you my Yellow Brick Road story. So I put here, goals are the first step towards planning for the future. So it's super important that we set them and we don't cut ourselves short in what we want out of life, because at the minute we feel we're not able for it. So for me, I've been working, I think, on my own personal development now probably 2 years, maybe a little bit longer. And it isn't something that I was very big into. I used to read, some of these self-help books and things like that, but nothing major. But it's definitely been something that I've been working on most days to some degree for the last couple of years, and it has made such a huge difference in my life. And that's why I want to share it, because I believe if it can make a big difference in my life, it can also make a big difference in your life. Now, Yellow Brick Road comes from The Wizard of Oz, and The Wizard of Oz is a film that I used to watch as a child, and I absolutely loved it. I'd watch it back to back, and it brings back some really lovely memories. And that's the reason I've named the blog The Wizard of Oz, Yellow Brick Roads, after the film The Wizard of Oz. So when I used to watch it years back, I never really understood the concept behind it and what the producers were trying to get across. But actually now it makes total sense to me. So how I see it is, we're all a Dorothy in effect. We're all walking down our own, brick road. We're all taking our own journey to wherever it is that we want to go. So our goals are what's ahead of us, and we're taking this path to try and reach our goals. And there's characters that she meets along the way. Now, I associate those characters with behaviours that I feel if we've got and we can secure, that we will have, we put ourselves in a good place. So before I go off too much, so I've put the characters in the film demonstrate these behaviours perfectly for me, and this is how I saw it, and this is how Yellow Brick Roads came about. So I look at the Tin Man as one of the characters in The Wizard of Oz. He's looking for a heart. So in my head, when I'm revisiting this in my mind, he's looking for a heart. So he's looking for love, he's looking for friendship, he's looking for connection. And we all need that in our life. We can't live alone. We all need that in our life in some way, shape or form. And that makes us feel happy if we've got it. So that's where the character Tin Man comes from. So I like to blog about those kind of things. When it comes to the Scarecrow, so he's looking for brains. And again, I've found over the last couple of years that where I'm learning, the more I'm learning, the better I'm becoming in my own self and in my head. So Scarecrow is looking for brains. If you keep on learning, it keeps your mind young, and nothing will work unless you work. You've got to work, you've got to do the work if you want to see the results, and it sets a really good foundation. So that's the Scarecrow. And then the last character is Lion, and Lion is looking for courage. So we all need courage and strength, because if we haven't got courage, we're not going to try new things and we're not going to grow. And we know that if we're not growing, if we're not moving forwards, we're actually deteriorating, and we're moving backwards. So I've put here, where's Lion? We need strength to deal with all the crap that comes along the way. So there's stuff that happens to us daily, weekly, that can be tough, and we need to be strong, and we need to have the courage to be able to deal with that. We all have to do things that we don't like, and courage helps you to attempt new things. Courage helps you to grow mentally. So they're the three characters, and I believe it sums up the three areas of our life. So love and connection, courage and strength, and also learning and growing. And if we've got a good, if we're scoring quite high in those 3 areas, then we're setting a really good foundation for what we want our life to look like. So the reason this is relevant is because when I first thought of Yellow Brick Roads and I was wanting to put the concept in place and sort of put the blog in place, I didn't have a clue how I was going to do it. I didn't know where to even start. But I based my goal on the possibilities. I based my goal on what I wanted to become, what I wanted to be, and how I wanted to act. I wasn't the right person to be putting this process together 6-8 months ago. I didn't have the stamina then. I don't think I didn't have the courage then. And it's only through this process, through me learning and through me sort of growing, that I've been able to do it. So that's why I feel it's super relevant that we don't limit our potential because we're basing it on where we are today. So when you're creating your goals, do not operate from your current circumstance, but create your goals from where it is that you want to be. So the possibilities. The person you are today more than likely isn't able to achieve your bigger goals at this present time. But should that stop you in setting them? No, it shouldn't stop you in setting them. You've got to base them on what you believe is possible. And that's where the dreams and desires come into it. You have to base them on what you think's to come, not where you are now. Otherwise, you're really limiting your own potential. So I'm just going to end off by saying we are not made to survive, we are made to thrive. And if you can set goals based on possibilities and then take those small actions, take those small steps to achieve them, this is exactly what you will do. You will so much achieve them. And we all know what possibilities are. They are endless. So it literally is there for the taking. So I just wanted to share my little backstory on Yellow Brick Roads. And again, that's what I'm trying to blog about. I'm trying to blog about the love and connection and how we can become more confident so we can achieve that. Becoming more confident so we can be more courageous, and becoming more confident so that we learn. We're constantly learning and we're constantly thriving and we're constantly growing. So I hope that helps you guys. Have a lovely Tuesday. It is beautiful here today. The sun is shining. And I'm going to my Pole Power Fitness in a little while. So have a great day and I will catch up with you next week. See you later.